fact checking. So at any point, if somebody makes a claim, the other can say, can we fact check this? I can jump in and say, fact check this. Even the folks in the back can say, fact check this. So it is a very fair conversation that we're having here. And so with that being said, kudos to Michael Knowles. Your name was mentioned a lot. You missed out right now. The last 10 minutes, we talked about you. There's a lot of love and respect here mutually from both parties, all three of them here. And then, of course, the great Joe Rogan that started this conversation. And he also volunteered, but it ended up being this format that we have here today. So with that being said, Andrew, your claim is overwhelming evidence that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. Opening statements, opening comments.
Sure. And what I mean by overwhelming is I just find it very convincing. That's I think that's what most people mean when they say overwhelming evidence. So I have a brief opening statement. On September 10th, 2025, Charlie Kirk was murdered. Many of you already know a lot about the events which occurred after Kirk's death. You remember the ghoulish laughter, celebrations, and madness we saw from leftists all over, from TikTok invasions, debates, posts on social media, destruction of memorials, and things like this. Within weeks of Kirk's death, a cottage industry began to form, peddling various alternative theories on how he died. What special interest may have killed him, what nations were involved, and was our own government one of them? Because this was the first nationwide traumatic event in Gen Z's lifetime, the demand for answers was severe and palpable. The leading theory from the conspiracy verse is that Israel worked with the United States government to murder Charlie Kirk. Within a day or two of Kirk's death, Ian Carroll claimed that Israel killed Charlie Kirk. And the conspiracy caught on like wildfire. This theory was built on one misleading piece of evidence. That in his final days, on or around September 8th, Charlie sent a text message reading, "Jewish donors play into all the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause." This was sent in the context of a platforming dispute regarding Tucker Carlson. From this scintilla of misleading information, it was speculated that Israel killed Charlie Kirk because he would have successfully opposed the Iranian war. Now, that's a fun theory, and who doesn't like a good, fun conspiracy theory? I like them. But there is no evidence that Israel actually killed Charlie Kirk. And if Candace has some, I'd like her to actually show it to me. I'm open to suggestions, but to date, there hasn't been any. There is, however, tons of evidence that a leftist killed Charlie Kirk, just as Charlie feared they would. I believe Charlie Kirk, and I have the receipts. No, I didn't have a dream where he came to me and told me that the left killed him. No, he didn't come to me a dream and say, Candace Owens betrayed him. That never happened. In fact, I don't need dreams of any kind because I hold in my possession never before seen messages from Charlie Kirk to his security team on September 9th, 2025. I'm going to share the message with you today, which is the first time this information's ever been publicly revealed. On September 9th, Charlie's security team wrote to him, "Yes, law enforcement has been fully supportive and agreed to a security plan and posture. Tomorrow's event will be covered by both my team and the campus PD. If additional support is required, patrol units will be available. I have 11 on site." Charlie responded with this, "Okay, great. Remind them that they are there for one person's security only, because I'm somewhat worried the left is trying to kill me."
And I like the fact that he lifts up his head to talk to look into Candace's face, so he's hit a home run or he's dunked on her or something. Okay, this is the very part that I'm here to kind of touch. And it's very ironic how he read this text and is not willing to show the proof that this is an actual text. You know, he mentioned all along how there's overwhelming evidence, and which you can say as loud as you can, but that does not make it overwhelming. He says there's overwhelming evidence, there's overwhelming evidence, there's overwhelming evidence. Okay, no problem. Okay, so now this is the case right now we have. This is the problem we have. He is suggesting that Charlie knew that the left was trying to kill him. Fair point. And he has text messages from Charlie's phone, like he had mentioned, or from Charlie's security, whichever way he got it from. That's no problem. But clearly, if he got it from the security team, then it means it's on Charlie's phone, because it's a back and forth communication. This is where I want you guys to really pay attention to, because the issue is there is overwhelming evidence that the guy who is in custody, Tyler Robinson, is the one who killed him. Okay, granted. So he's gonna prove it. But he said the left, and from the little investigation that has gone on about the guy's background, that's Tyler Robinson, we'll call him TR for short. About TR's background is he wasn't a leftist. You see? And even the Twigs guy that they are even also kind of saying that was the transgender person didn't seem to identify as a leftist. But the opposite is rather more probable, because apparently the parents are Trump supporters, or if I heard it right, they were registered Republicans. So this is where the people ask why the inconsistency. At what point did the guy become a leftist? You say, okay, through indoctrination and all that stuff, but there's no record saying he registered as a leftist or any of that sort. Wasn't involved in any leftist organization or anything. So it's just curious why these people are not curious to understand. Okay, even if it's the left that did it, he couldn't have acted alone, because there are so many reasons that suggest otherwise. So many things that suggest otherwise. We talk about the gun that he used. We said overwhelming evidence. He never mentioned about a gun that the testimony given claims was not really shot, because he had dust in there. Even besides that point, he never mentioned about the fact that the photos were not clear enough to really show, or there's no video evidence of the guy taking the shot or even being on top of the roof. And it's very interesting how they keep leading with this fact. Oh, we have 4K evidence, but 4K then means you pretty get a good shot, but then the pictures or the evidence presented in court said the opposite. These were blurry images that were enhanced to some extent. So how do you end up with the conclusion that there's an overwhelming evidence? What these guys are failing to understand is these charges carry the death sentence, and it's very important to understand that if you make a mistake with a judgment, you have killed an innocent man. And what most people are failing to understand is, once somebody is killed, the case is gonna go cold, and the real perpetrators or perpetrator of the evil is gonna go scot-free. So that's why it's important to get it right the first time. That is my position. Get it right the first time. If it means stretching out the case or delaying this case for however long, make sure you get it right. Because if you kill an innocent man, you can't bring him back to life again. We have seen this in many instances in the court. Different nations, even here in the United States. So, if you claim the evidence is overwhelming, you gotta be damn sure that is beyond probable doubt that he did it. So let's get back to the text messages. Let's hear what Erika Kirk, in her own words, said to Glenn Beck, since this man wants us to believe that he got it from the source.
I look back now and I'm thinking, in some way, we operate like the Lord puts it in us to operate the way we operate without even knowing, because He knows what our mission is here. And so the Lord put in Charlie such a haste for time, meaning like, I'm not going to run. I do not want to waste time. Everything was intentional. Everything.
What if I told you that the moment your book is published, there could
YouTube, you like doing all that stuff. This is for what? For what? Anyway,
be a giant billboard featuring you and your book in Times Square. And in addition, a video trailer that tells your book's story, a paid advertising campaign.
I'm not trying to advertise anything.
Can I ask you, and please feel free, I don't mean to pry, and so please feel free to say I'm not going to answer this.
Oh, no.
But I know...
Open book.
I know the tour, that was the first stop of the tour, and I know you two had met with your priest the night before, and do you think Charlie knew to some degree and had made the conscious choice?
Do you think Charlie knew? This is what Andrew Wilson is trying to let us believe, that Charlie knew. Okay, let's hear what his wife, who has his phones.
I may be taken out early, not saying he knew that day, but that he had any inkling that this might come his way and that he intentionally chose to move forward with faith in God.
It's interesting because I have unbelievable amounts of death threats. My kids have kidnapping threats, death threats.
That was not a question. That was not a question. So stop appealing to the emotion of the people. Answer the question.
Our whole team has death threats. We knew that there was always going to be a threat. But
life is tough. Just get on with it. Because guess what? The moment you get out of bed, there's the possibility that you're not coming back. The moment, the day a child is born, they move from the womb and heading towards the grave. So that is no excuse. Yes, it is wrong for people to threaten you. It is wrong for all that shenanigans. But answer the question. Let's want to hear the answer to the question. Did he know?
But Charlie and I we promised each other we would never live in fear. And he would say, if they're going to get me, they're going to get me. But he was not messaging people the day before.
He was not messaging
saying, I'm going to be murdered. They're coming after me. Someone's going to kill me. He didn't say that.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that. And this is the wife. This is the beloved widow. He didn't say that. But Andrew Wilson wants us to believe that Charlie said it. So now we have a dilemma. This is where the debate should actually happen. This is what is going to be the great debate. In fact, what they did the other day was not a great debate. It was not. It wasn't a great debate. What they did was just the preliminary, the preface. This should be the debate. It should be the debate between Erika and Andrew Wilson. Because this settles the whole Huda Baloo. Because Erika says he didn't say anything like that. And she's going to continue and say she has his phone. And Andrew, who never liked Charlie, never liked Erika, plus the TPSO that he's claiming to now being affiliated with. He never had anything to do with them, wanted to have anything to do with them. And all of a sudden we should believe that he is the guy that has all the receipts. That's interesting. So I just want to make sure that all of you know that if there is any debate to be had, there should be any great debate, it should be between these two, Erika and Andrew. Let's find out where Andrew got those text messages and where Erika kept the husband's phone, because the two of them cannot be telling the truth. Because she is very emphatic here. He didn't say none of that 2 or 3 times. In fact, let me just take us back one more second and see exactly how she framed it.
They're coming after me. Someone's going to kill me.
2,
He didn't say that.
3,
And I have
Yeah,
his
yeah,
cell
yeah.
phone.
and I have his cell phone.
Didn't say that.
Didn't say
And so
that. 5,
what I do know is that we believed in the power of prayer.
didn't say that. He didn't say it. He didn't say it. Maybe I didn't hear her well. Let's go back and see whether it's me or it's just my ears or whatever. Let me see. Erika.
Didn't say that.
Didn't
And
say
so what I do know is that we believed in the power of prayer. And what I do,
Erika, I want to hear that again.
I'm going to be murdered. They're coming after me. Someone's going to kill me. He didn't say that.
He didn't say
And I have
Yeah,
his
yeah,
cell
yeah.
phone.
And she has his cell phone.
Didn't say that. And so,
Again, Erika, say it one more time. Let's see.
but he was not messaging people
Hey,
the day before.
Erika, did you does that include his TP USA family? I mean, his security team. He didn't message them. None of that. Oh, that is an indictment. There's a big indictment on the security team. And I hear they got promotions too. I heard they got some promotions, if I'm not mistaken. Wow. They got some promotions because they never had that text message. Because if they had, I'm sure they wouldn't have gotten this promotion. So, Andrew, what you have got to say?
That was a message sent September 9th.
The day before. I like the way Andrew shaking his head as if he's hit a home run. It's like, damn, I hit this thing real good. I'm going home. Or like this a slam dunk. Man, this guy. I'm wondering what he must be thinking to himself after all this nest that he has created for these people. They have to have that debate. This is a debate that is worth having. Erika has a phone. Erika has the phone, and he has the messages. This is impressive. Could he have possibly hacked the phone? Because Erika said the security team didn't know anything about it. They didn't have any back and forth message, texting. So is this man lying? I think Erika is lying because we caught her lying before. She said, because later on she came back and said, "Oh, it was not on a regular text. It was on Signal." So before she said she had a phone and there was no messages. So these are all bad actors. Even Erika herself, she's a bad actor. And people are going to say, why are you criticizing the widow? The widow is the first and foremost suspect. In the legal world or in the legal system, the person that stands to benefit most is the first suspect, because they can connive and collude so that they can get these benefits. And this is why when you ask insurance companies, in fact, I think we should be contacting the insurance company to see what their investigation also show. I think that will help us go a long way, because we can't just leave this thing to the state police, who even some have expressed question marks regarding this case. Anyway, I thought to point this thing out because this is very telling. This is revealing. This is revealing that the guy who for years have been hounding Charlie and calling him names, insulting his wife, all of a sudden turn around to be the one trying to defend his organization, all because he thinks Candace is dreaming too much, or what? Anyway, I'll leave you here. I'll leave you here. I'm just lost for words. I don't know how many people caught this one, but this is very damning for Erika, the TPUSA family, and Andrew Wilson. Somebody must be telling the truth. Somebody must be telling the truth. And it looks like since Andy is the one that has come forward, I guess he has the latest scorecard, so I guess he's telling the truth. So Erika, I don't know what you've been doing with the phone. It's making us now kind of think whether you have even seen the phone, whether you really have possession of the phone or somebody else has the phone, because this is a question that begs to be asked. So anyway, I just thought to chime in on this case. I'll be jumping in every now and then. There are some more stuff that we can